Good afternoon and welcome to Ollie Campbell Park, where today's game from the AIL Top 4 League sees the previously unbeaten Blackrock taking on Old Belvedere. Looks like it'll be a cracking game. The rain is cleared away and I'm joined once again. Good afternoon, Hayley.
Good afternoon. Looking forward to this game now. I think it's going to be a great competitive game. It always is between these two teams, regardless of whether they're top of the table, bottom of the table, or right beside each other. They always bring a competitive spirit, and there's always a bit of a local derby vibe to it, so it should be a cracking game regardless.
Yeah, a rivalry that begins in the schools that the two clubs are named after. It continues all the way up through. Now, Belvedere sporting their new jerseys. Nice clear numbers on the back for us today, Hayley.
That's it. No mucky jerseys, and we get to wear them the right way around this time, which is always a help.
Certainly a help for us in the commentary box. Right. Our referee today is, you've told me twice,
Colin Roach. Colin Roach is his name. He's
Roach.
a national panel referee, so he's been around a while, so he's experienced and he knows the game inside out. So it'll be a nice unbiased view in the middle, I hope.
So Belvedere start the game. Drop kick allowed to bounce into the 22. Blackrock trying to clean it up. Nice tackle by Nevo Dowd. Ball comes out of the 22. There'll be no direct kick to touch now. This will be one for Fiona Toot to take. And she takes it very cleanly. Tackled by her opposite number. Tasha Bean doing a good job there. Coming down the blind side. Nice pass out. Elaine Anthony making some ground. And then finally, touch just outside the 22. But promising start from Belvedere.
Definitely, they came up there quick, they came up fast, shut down the ball, got them right down in their own 22, made them make decisions, made them make the kick, and then like that, Blackrock came straight up in their faces too and had a hard line, quick line, and made fierce tackles from the get-go, so it's just a marker as to how this game is going to go.
Referee making sure there's a gap for the first line out, set the standard high. Front of the line out, making sure of the ball. Belvedere think they have this one, and they do. Catherine Dane comes out, first receiver. Middle of the park, room on both sides now. They go to the left, and pass shunted out. Laura Kerry looking to make room, breaking round the side of the ruck. Just at the back of the ruck there. Now taken up by Nevo Dowd again. Late change in the Belvedere side, moving her to number 8. This is good hands. Across the line, forwards and backs together in harmony. Anya Donnelly taking it up to the line. Catherine Dane isolated there. Nice clearing out. Good job by Vicar Mahoney there, securing the ball.
Ball was knocked forward.
Knock on by Belvedere. So the first scrum of the day will be to Blackrock, but they're in their own half. Still a good place for Belvedere to be.
Yeah, they're keeping Blackrock pushed back, and like that again, they're making them make decisions, and Blackrock are putting the pressure on Belvo, and they definitely can see a change in the intensity in the breakdown from Belvo to previous weeks, and they're hitting rucks, protecting rucks, and making those extra few yards where they can.
This is round 4 of since the league split into the top 4 and the bottom 6. Ravine Riley now ready to put the ball in. That's a good solid scrum from Belvedere. They've wheeled it round. The referee's going to ask for it to go again. Good disruption from Belvedere there, getting a bit of a shove on.
Yeah, it was a great push there from Belvedere. You could see they just wanted to get some sort of forward momentum. It's unfortunate that it started wheeling, so the referee had to restart it there. I think if they kept the drive straight, they definitely could have turned over that ball and won that scrum.
Just give me a moment until this is set, please. Crouch! Point!
Takes his time setting up the scrum, make sure it's solid. It wills again, but Blackrock have got it out quickly, and that's a super break. Pass to nobody. Oh, that tackle there looked a little high.
You happy enough with Blackrock? Blackrock.
So Belvedere get the line out. Ball judged to be already in touch before the Belvedere player got to it. Good throw to the back, but it's snared by Blackrock when it went loose. Made a few yards, good ball. Avine Riley gets it out, goes to the open side. This time Lisa Mullen kicking for touch, but straight into touch. Give Belvedere the throw just on the 10-yard line inside the Blackrock half. You're certainly right about this being an even match, whether the top and bottom of the league or not.
It always is, and both teams there's always a hunger in their belly for this game in particular. Like that, I think Blackrock have beaten Belva twice already this season, so it'll definitely be, if not 3 times actually, it'll definitely be a contest here right until the final whistle's blown. And I think regardless of the score at that stage, they'll still both be competing for every ball, every ruck, every breakdown.
Well, the reverse fixture in the top 4 went the way of Blackrock, 16-0.
Hold!
Good ball for Belvedere, across the back line. Jenny Murphy taking it up into contact. Catherine Dane and Lane Anthony. Belvedere making forward progress 1 inch at a time. But Blackrock again have snared it in that ball, in that rock. Avine Riley digging it out. Mullen, this time making sure she doesn't go straight to touch. Was there an element of tackling off the ball there?
I think so. I think Blackrock were lucky there not to be penalised. I think Catherine certainly wasn't any sort of clear possession. It was harsh gold.
And now a break down the middle. Super tackle to bring that to an end. But Belvedere need to do something to stop this forward momentum. And in fact, they've turned it over.
Come down, blue ball. Run into your own player.
So scrum down right in front of the post. Very dangerous place for Belvedere. Blackrock will be looking to put points on the board here. So in the top 4, Blackrock have won their 3 games to date. Sitting on top with 13 points.
Just stand up, please.
And Belvedere, unfortunately, without a victory.
Just a bit of blood.
Yeah, we had
Referee.
Railway as well then today, playing UL Bows down in Limerick, and I think the last I saw it was 24-0 to Railway. So, you know, we'll keep pressure on Blackrock there with the Blackrock Railway, and then UL above us, and then ourselves down the bottom. So a win here would be massive for us. You know, even a draw would make a world of a difference. But I think the girls they're definitely out there for the win, and it's definitely in them to get it too.
So a game this weekend, this game here, and then a game next weekend. And then it's the top 2 playing in the league final.
That's it, yeah. So it's a bit of a different format this season. So we have the top 4 playing, then we'll have the finals day on the 26th. So first we'll play second, and then third and fourth will play each other, as well as then the top for the conference as well, the conference below. So top 2 from that as well will play for the conference title as well. So just gets people a few more matches, and makes a bit of more of a day of the finals as well. So.
And great news that the league final will in fact be televised this year on TG Caja.
Yeah, it's super, and the stuff that TG Car do for women's sport, they're always promoting women's games and the likes, and it's fantastic to see such a high standard of women's rugby being shown on a public broadcaster. It's amazing.
Yep, terrestrial TV gets you the big audiences. Blackrock go down to the right-hand side. Down to ground again, just 5 metres out now. They're going to go short side again. Pass there may have been the way to go, but looking to commit the defenders. Again, the Belvedere defence holding firm at the moment. Aveen Riley this time going wide, looking for the winger. Surely it's got to come back open now. Now the referee may decide that that was a professional foul.
Back you go, please.
But just happy enough with the penalty.
I think Belver were lucky there. His back was slightly turned, so he didn't get such a clear view of it. He was a bit careless, a bit reckless in their own danger zone.
Aveen Riley orchestrating things from scrum half here. Comes open again. It's going across the back line. Just short of the line, tackled. Katie Fitzhenry, that was. But now the ball comes out, and the left winger, Maeve Liston, gets to touchdown and open the scoring for Blackrock. Nice hands across the back line. And finally, the winger was left on her own. Just got to walk in.
Okay. If I see you,
Belvedere won't be too upset with the standard of tackling and the standard of their defence. It was holding up very well there, just till that last minute.
Yeah, it was a well-worked try from Blackrock. You could see they started the penalty from the far side of the pitch and worked it the whole way across without losing any yards, really, only kind of breaking the gain line and working it right the way across to the far winger and slotting it in just within the 5 metre channel there. So great finish from Blackrock and great patience as well.
Hannah O'Connor kicking for Blackrock here.
She started off her days in CYM and was their out half, so she's a great kicking, a great booting her. So it's no surprise here she's taking the kicks from the tee. It would be an often seen sight for Blackrock.
That's a nice kick, but it just fades past the near side post. So 5-0 to Blackrock. And just going back to the overall picture. So if Railway beat UL Bowes down in Limerick today, that would actually guarantee them a place in the final. And Blackrock, if they win here, will definitely nail down their place.
Yeah, I think a lot can be told. I think from this weekend's fixtures. So this match will be the big telltale sign. If Bell were to win this, it kind of still leaves the top two still a bit open. If Blackrock, succeed in getting the win, then it'll leave it all a bit open still for all to play.
Let's go for the knock on.
Knock on straight from the kickoff, most unfortunate. Just taking her eye off the ball before it was safely in the breadbasket. This gives Belvedere a fine attacking position inside the Blackrock 22.
Yeah, hopefully they get a nice big drive, nice strong drive here. Their last few scrums have been nice and dominant, so if they can get a nice early push and early shove here, then get Blackrock in the back foot, make a few yards and get that ball out wide. It could be a dangerous ball.
And that's a lovely solid scrum, nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, Anya Donnelly just putting it down. It'll be a scrum down to Blackrock if the referee doesn't allow advantage to go. He's going back for
No
it.
advantage. We'll go back for the knock on.
Yeah, Anya was unlucky there. I think she just took her eyes off the ball briefly and, as you say, try and get the ball in your hands before you start making your next move. And I think she fell victim to that and had her own plan already made for her next step before the ball was even in hands, and unfortunately just fumbled it and knocked it on.
So Blackrock now with the chance to clear their lines.
My left. Crouch!
Once again, our ref link providing valuable inside information of what's actually happening on the field. Number 8 picks up, gives it out wide, and there's space. Fine tackle by Derval. Belvedere have been pushed back 30, 40 yards. But now the defensive line is reset. Belvedere with 2 players in the backfield, and that maybe has left an overlap on the line. And they're through. Fine tackle. Again, scrambled defence from Belvedere. And Blackrock come again, wave after wave. Anthony trying to counter-ruck, but Dane gets it out. Riley gets it out, rather. Again, going around the fringes. Blackrock seems to think that there's a slight weakness there. Not quite as blowy as our pictures suggest, but again, Blackrock going down the line side. Forwards again, taking it up, committing defenders. Loaded on with the arm tackle. Fine tackle. Belvedere going off their feet in that ruck. And the referee now playing advantage. Giving Blackrock a free go up the middle. More and more defenders committed. Injured player on the ground. And this is going to be the second try. Maggie Boylan there. Once again, wingers profiting from the work of the forwards inside. And that's the second try for Blackrock, and the score moves on to 10-0.
Captain, just be careful over here in terms of red zone, straight down off the feet.
Here, there, the ref has just given Belvo a bit of a warning there that giving away a few too many penalties, I think, in the danger zone, and that one there was a straight in off their feet, killing the ball, killing the quick ball available for Blackrock. And seems to be Vic Mahoney there down injured. Hopefully she's good to go, because she's pivotal in the scrums for Belvo, and you know the hookers is going to be throwing in the ball too, so definitely need her back up on her feet and mobile again.
Certainly in some discomfort there on her leg. Video's going to take another look at it now. Again, Hannah O'Connor now. Just missed on the left-hand side with her first kick. And goes past the left-hand side again. This time from the other side of the field. So 10-0 to Blackrock. They've made a fine start. Coach Philip Doyle will be happy. Philip, who was the Scottish national coach before the pandemic. He's also, of course, coached Ireland, including to a Grand Slam.
Yeah, he's done some amazing work with the international team, and he's a fantastic coach. Classic awareness of the women's game in particular. He just, brings a whole other level of intensity to the girls and intensity to the game in general. So it's great to see him back coaching within the AAL. And his wealth of experience is unfathomable at times as well.
I actually played rugby with Philip back at under 19 level, so back in the many years before the turn of the century. It looks like Vic O'Mahony's come off here now.
I think that's actually Jenny Murphy who's coming off there. Oh. So I don't know what's... Seems to be just getting a bit of deep heat on her back, and she suffers with a bit of back issues, so hopefully just some deep heat and a rub will help it out, help loosen it out.
Certainly walking like somebody with a back problem. I know that walk myself. And Belvedere again with the ball. That's what they need. They need possession. Or driven up by Closer Dunn. Dane, Donnelly. Nick O'Mahony with a very awkward pass, and in fact gets it stripped off her before she goes to ground. And Blackrock finding the support players, looking for the gap. Belvedere just coughing up the ball a little too easily, and it's giving this smart Blackrock attack a chance to run at them again and again. Making another 5 yards after the initial contact, and this time that's super work by Belvedere, and that gets them the penalty.
It's a great poach from Belvo. Let them just settle the nerves a bit here now, clear their lines, make a few yards. Like you said, they're coughing up the ball a bit too early. They need to be a bit tougher going into contact, hold into that ball, tuck it in under their chest, and get down to ground and protect it. There's been 2 or 3 rips now, and we're only not even 20 minutes into the match.
Anya Donnelly making a fine touch. The Belvedere throw.
Just one more step over.
And inside the Blackrock half again. And again, they just need to hold on to possession. Put some phases together. The gaps will come. It's almost there's too much of an urgency to do something.
Yeah, they're rushing simple stuff and making silly mistakes where they shouldn't be.
Advantage not for you.
Knock on in the line out. Advantage to Blackrock. And as we've seen before in this game, Blackrock do tend to make the most of the advantage. Running straight down the out half channel. Ball going out to Mullen. She puts a fine kick in.
Advantage over.
Oh. Tackled into touch. That's a fine tackle. Great follow-up. And that has gained Blackrock 20 yards without even touching the ball.
Yeah, it was a super kick, super clearance kick. Great height in it. Awkward one to catch. Belvo got under the ball quick, and thought they just slipped it in, but touched it to the far side. Just noticed it was a foot and touch, so come back for a Blackrock line out.
Decent crowd here today. Ball goes forward off Blackrock. Belvedere running backwards to go forwards. So is Alice O'Dell related to Neve O'Dell?
Sisters, yep, they sure are. It's something I actually was quite slow to pick up on myself. Playing probably about a season or 2 before I realised, wait a second.
It's only taken me 3 games. I feel a bit better about that now.
And Neve's been doing fantastic stuff. Alice has been with the senior squad now for the last 2 or 3 seasons. She was with the Leinster squad last season, and then Neve has really come on leaps and bounds in the last 18 months or so, and has just really been working on her fitness and her intensity, and she's well deserved now a start here with the firsts.
Your bad, Jen.
Time Donnelly feeds it on. Crash ball up the middle. And committing more Blackrock players. Well, this produced the gap. The kick through on the ground takes the ball into the Blackrock half and finds touch.
That was a great option from Anya there. She saw there was a bit of space, just nudged it on. Bobbled into touch there, and it was just a few yards of pressure taken off Belvo's. Blackrock were up, and they're making hard hits, and they're making Belvo work for every single yard that they want to make up that pitch.
Interesting line-up here now. By the Blackrock back 9. Full back up in the line. Nobody sweeping behind at the moment. Onto the front of the line out. It comes down on the Blackrock side. Just about tidied up. Belvedere putting a lot of pressure on there. Nicely played. Again, attacking around the fringes. This is what has worked for Blackrock so far. Bad pass goes to ground. picking up the ball in an offside position.
Ball was off the foot.
So, if this is a man's game now, you'd say they'd take the points. But the women's game, they're far more looking for the tries.
Yeah, I think it's just the range of kicking for females isn't as strong and isn't as long as the men's game. So as well with JJ out injured at the moment, she got a bad knock against Railway there a couple of weeks back, and she's been ruled out with a bad concussion. So with her not on the pitch too, our kicking options are quite limited. So obviously Anya there in at 10, but JJ would have been the stronger of the place kickers. So penalty options are quite limited.
Well, makes it more exciting for us, the crowd. There's more running rugby. Again, the scrum nice and solid. I felt that there was a chance there for the scrum half to go down the blind side. Oh, that's a shame.
I was unlucky there. It was a great line from Jenny. I like that Anya took the ball right to the gain line, drew in a defender, and just had that pop off the shoulder to Jenny for the offload. Unfortunately, referee deemed it a forward pass, so come back for a scrum to Blackrock.
First incisive move for Belvedere. Hopefully now that will give Anya Donnelly the confidence again, taking on the defensive line. Claire Gorman, right winger, getting closer and closer to the scrum.
Gone down.
The scrum's gone down. Referee's going to reset that one.
Both front rows, there's too much movement before that ball goes in. When we go into set, you hit and hold, please, okay?
As you hear there, the referee just instructing the two front rows. Too much movement. And yet, so far this game, every scrum has been fairly steady. Neither pack has yet imposed itself. The feed there, one of the straightest I've seen in a couple of seasons. And the ball comes out into the midfield. Skips past a couple of players, goes to ground just outside the 22, and it comes out again. Again, still looking for the gap, and it goes onto the ground. Deflected by a Belvedere boot. A bit of possession, making a few yards into the 22. Anthony really dumped back on her ass there. Vicar Manley taking it up, back inside that 22. Making a few yards. Nice pass, the pass was behind her. Keeping the ball alive here. Oh, just a knock on there. Lane Anthony, just her hands just forcing the ball onto ground. Another scrum. Yes, the referee's close attention has made the scrum time very competitive.
Yeah, it's been a good contest in the scrums. You can see both teams are hungry for it. Both sides are giving strong, hard pushes on either side and trying to push each team off the ball and trying to disrupt the scrum as much as they can and not give them any sort of a clean ball at the back. And it's been a great contest across the pitch, but in the scrum particularly.
Just this back line on the hindmost foot. Just one extra step. I know you're quick off the mark, but you just got to take that extra step.
When Blackrock carries, replacing the ball, pulling back and then placing it again.
I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that too.
Referee being given a checklist by both sides. Little areas of the game where they feel the other side are infringing.
That's it. It's good for the referee as well, just to take kind of any questions he's got from the captains, and there hasn't been any sort of foul play or anything as of yet. So it's a nice clean game, and both teams clearly do just want to play rugby, and captains are always going to voice any sort of opinion coming back from their team.
As you said, experienced referee we have, and that makes a big difference. His communication with the players has been absolutely spot on. He's been very clear in what he wanted from them.
That's it. And once you get the buy-in from the players too, it makes the refereeing job a lot easier, and it makes the whole playing experience for the girls too a lot more enjoyable. So it's good to see.
Nice break.
Yeah,
So with nearly half an hour gone, Blackrock 2 tries to the good. Certainly be the happier of the two teams. I do have to say these new Belvedere shirts, fabulous.
They're good. They're nice, all right. They're a nice few new sponsors as well on the sleeves and on the chest, and it's great to see a new kit coming through as well.
Change the Belvedere strip about as often as they change the Garda uniform.
That's it.
Fine tackle. Stops the marauding number 8. Mullen again using that left peg. And again, she's gone just a foot too far. It's gone straight to touch.
That was unfortunate. You can see what she's trying to do. Right? She's trying to just place it. And you can see from the far touch judge's flag that the wind is blowing across that pitch. So I think it's just carrying it that bit further than she's used to. And it's just bouncing just beyond the plane of play.
Blue ball.
Landing outside the pale.
That's it. Just outside. She's definitely making our back three work, and she's keeping them all on their toes. She's noticing that there's space, and our back three are responding well, and it's good. And she's testing them, and that's what you want to see.
First shortened line out of the game. Blackrock taking it down to 5. Lineouts have been a little scrappy so far. That's a knock on by Blackrock, and the referee's straight onto it.
Black board off blue, scrum down, black ball.
Yeah, it was well read in the line out there from Belvo, and they were able to get it when they're in the right position and put the pressure on Blackrock and got the knock on from it. So we'll take another scrum here and see if Belvo can get on the front foot.
Plenty of noise coming out there. The effort of pushing in the scrum. Across the middle, taken up to the line, knocked on by Blackrock again. Oh, she's just, the referee says it's not a knock on.
It's a knock on.
Generally, I don't subscribe to the apologising for words that are said on the pitch or even on the sideline.
Yeah, I think Blackrock got away lucky there. They're saying that there was a knock on, but I mean, we'll take the penalty over the scrum anyway. It just gives a bit more structure to work with.
It does allow Blackrock, though, to have the line all the way across the pitch. Floater done. Makes it to ground. Comes back from a retreating Maul. Claire Gorman gets the ball finally in a bit of space. She makes 5-10 yards, goes to ground. Another drive through the middle of the rock. And again going down the blind side, Claire Gorman, and this time touch judge has got his flag out. One suspects it's for that tackle that put Claire Gorman into touch.
Yeah, it was high, it was dangerous, so I'd say the referee will take a look at this, but this is great movement from Belvo. They're just happy to move the ball through the hands, secure possession, and they're really securing those rucks too. Blackrock are quick onto them, and Belvo are just as quick just to clear the balls out, clear the hands away from it.
Chest height, I'm quite happy with the tackle. Okay, what, did you have anything different? You have around the neck? Yeah. Okay, arm around the head, shoulder, okay. Okay, so it's raised up from my side and it's raised up from your side. You see a high tackle. You're looking at a penalty just based on the 2 points. Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Long debate going on between touch judge and ref. And although he gives the penalty for the high tackle, no other sanction. Big drive takes Belvedere to within 2 yards of the line. Back to the forwards. Belvedere taking a step back, but retaining possession. And that's the important thing here, is hold on to the ball. No mistakes. Oh, the ball is everywhere. just a yard short. And forced into touch. Well, doesn't matter whether it's a metre or a centimetre from the line. The line-out will take place at the 5-metre line.
He's going to come back for the knock-on from Blackrock anyway there with the hands. I think, again, lucky Blackrock not to give away a penalty there on that one. She was in no position to catch that ball. Hands were up and she very easily could have given it away as a penalty, as an intentional knock-on.
Fairness to the Blackrock girl, I don't think the intent was to knock it on to stop the play. It was more going for something the unattainable.
That's it.
So scrum 5 metres out and 5 metres in. That's where our mobile camera brings you these fabulous action shots. Front row not quite buckling. Comes out. Jenny Murphy takes it her first receiver, gets to within a yard. Go wider. Clodagh Dunn now. Ball is still there for Belvedere. Again, the thing here is to retain possession. That looks like it's held up.
That was great patience and work from Belvo, just to retain the ball, seal off your rucks, get that ball back again. It was a great carry from Jenny. Thought she might have just scraped across the line, but was pushed right back from Blackrock again. And I think Derv was unfortunate there just to be held up underneath, and it'll go for a goal line dropout.
I do like these goal line dropouts. It has opened up the game instead of it just being bish, bash, bosh on the line again and again and again.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that they might get it over. So now you kind of have to, you know, if you're working the ball across, you want to be certain you're going to get down, or else you're turning over possession. So it's a great way of keeping the ball alive and just getting the ball in the game of play as much as, or you know, within the game as much as possible.
We okay? Yeah. Come on. Where's the ball?
One assumes that Hannah O'Connor, again with her previous experience at out half, will be dropping this as far as she can. Well picked up by Anya Donnelly. Tries to ship it on. Well, it looks like Blackrock have snared this one, but illegally, the referee says.
Yeah, it was a good carry from Anya. She saw the space, took it on herself there, and see they were just trying to get that ball back, and Blackrock were disrupting it and slowing it down, so it was a penalty call.
Alice O'Dowd driving up to the line, but Blackrock have managed to turn that over, and they'll be looking to push this wider. Not enough defenders. Defending very narrow here. Well, that was a shame for Blackrock. One more pass would have seen them in the clear with an overlap, and they've gone straight to the winger this time, and forward pass. But it did give her some space. The space she's looking for.
Yeah, she's a speedster there on the wing, so
Too clear.
yeah, Belva did well there to kind of shift the pressure across and force that forward pass and come back for a scrum. And Belva have been putting on the pressure on here just a litchi at Blackrock's 22 for the last 10-15 minutes, and hopefully they get the score from it as some sort of a reward from their hard work.
That's it. They need to put some points on the board here with this amount of pressure. Blackrock will be happy with their defence. Kept Belvedere scoreless now for 37 minutes as we approach half-time.
Yeah, they've definitely had their work cut out for them too. It's they've been under pressure for a good half of this half, so it's great to see Belvo keeping possession, keeping the pressure on, and similarly seeing Blackrock being able to just take it each time as well.
Kick through on the ground. There's a race for the ball. See who will get there first. And the referee.
Ball was brought over by Blue. It was touched. We're going to go for a 5-metre scrum.
5-metre scrum to Belvedere at the end of that. Carried over by Blackrock. Touchdown. 5-metre scrum for Belvedere.
Ball was touched.
It was great speed from Claire Gorman getting up, and it was a great nudge through from Anya as well. Seeing that vision, seeing Claire had the speed and had the legs on the outside, and with the rugby ball, you really don't know what way it's going to bounce, and it was unlucky it just bounced slightly to the left, and Blackrock carried it over, so it's a Belvo 5 metre scrum.
Nice play and nice thinking by Ornia Donnelly. Belvedere out half, pushing that through on the ground and letting Claire Gorman use her pace to get up there. And now
You're saying hooker and opposition team is lifting up foot and kicking my players in the head. It can be where that's right. Lads.
Here we go, please.
Jenny Murphy just having a quick word with the referee. Loose boots. So Derval O'Neill packing down at number 8 this time. Neve O'Dowd going on to the flank. It's at the number 8's feet. She's delayed, maybe a little bit too long, but advantage to Belvedere. You need the ball here now. Definitely going down the blind side. This time Jenny Murphy looking to spin her way past the defence, which holds firm. And again, pod system working well here for Belvedere. It's letting them retain possession. Everybody with the ball getting support from their colleagues. Referee clearing up Blackrock. Good instructions. And it's delayed ball. Catherine Dane looking to get there. Now, this would be where I'd love to see Ornia Donnelly demanding the ball for her backs, but Belvedere did have a number overlap there. Jenny Murphy again, and the ball goes out wide. And the try is awarded. The referee has a quick look at his touch judge. Try is awarded, and that's Belvedere on the board. First try of the day for them.
Yeah, I think try was finished by Vic there, I think, in the far corner. Hard to see with so many bodies, but good patience, good work from Belvo like that. Just much better ball retention, great hands. Just great ability just to keep that ball, see what's on, see what's not on, and play what they've got and play what's on in front of them.
Well, again, the secret to their success is ball retention. That's exactly what Belvedere wanted, just on the stroke of half-time. Register a score.
Yeah, it's definitely what they needed. I mean, nobody wants to be winning a half-time at 10-0. 10-5 or 10-7 here now would make the world of a difference, so...
Lovely camera angle for the kick. Unfortunately, the kick doesn't match the quality of the camera angle. Referee blows his whistle for half-time. And the score here at Ollie Campbell Park. Old Belvedere 5, Blackrock College 10. So rejoin us now for the start of the second half. Blackrock will be playing from left to right. And Belvedere will be looking to close the gap on this 10-5 lead that Blackrock currently has.
That'd be really handy.
Blackrock to kick off the second half.
That's all right. I was afraid that.
Mullen will do that. Lisa Mullen using her trusty left peg. Can you see any changes?
Okay, black,
So
good
I'm
to go.
just sussing out there now.
Blue, good to go. Just time it, please.
You can see Alana coming off, which I guess is Laura Carty, who's probably come in on the wing. Yeah, Laura Carty's come in for Alana Carroll, who was a late minute change in the team sheet anyway.
So now back to the advertised team. Belvedere cleaning up as a kick-off very well, setting up the ruck. Ball goes back, and Anya Donnelly looking for the touchline. Doesn't quite find it. Nice catch over her shoulder by the Blackrock player. And forwards taking it in, committing defenders. Ball comes out again. Mullen spins it. Oh, that could have gone either way. If ever there was a time you could have seen 5 points at either end.
It really could have gone either way. Laura did well there to cover that space. She was unfortunate that on the wrap tackle, her far hand just knocked it on in contact where it could have bobbled either side and we could have had a breakaway. Similarly, Blackrock could have had a break either.
But the knock-on got there first and stopped any thoughts of any tries. And we have a scrum down on the halfway line. Scrums have been a very evenly contested game today. Ball goes in. You never see anything against the head these days. Nice pass out of the tackle. Missed tackle. There's a lot of ground made up by Blackrock. Belvedere have to reset the defensive line very quickly here. Oh, stray pass. Tidied up nicely. And they go again. Ball retention, excellent from Blackrock here. Good cleaning out. And they've gone down the blind side. Poor pass, puts pressure on Blackrock. But a knock on. Knocked forward by Belvedere, not the scrum.
And Belvedere did well there to scramble back. It was a great line break and a great offload then to create an even bigger line break from Blackrock. And Belvedere did very well, track back. I think Jenny made initial contact and then Fiona and Claire had further covering tackles in the far corners and got the defensive line back in line and back in a good structure.
Referee just giving Jenny Murphy, the Belvedere captain, a team warning. Felt that was almost a deliberate knock-on, but hasn't given it as such. Aveen Riley puts it in. Number 8 picks it up. They come to the open side. The ball is popped up. Training ground move there, one suspects. They go to the open side. Fine double tackle. But the ball comes back very quickly. It's gone wide again. And that's a nice try made by the pass out of the tackle off the ground. And that allowed Blackrock to get to the line before the Belvedere defence could organise itself. And a third try for Blackrock takes their score on to 15. There'll be no repeat of the 16-0 from last time.
Yeah, it was a good finish there from Blackrock. Belvedere did well there to try and keep them out as wide as possible. keep the pressure out wide and not to let them slip in through the middle and through the centre and get any sort of scores into the post. So Belva did well there to keep them pushed out wide, and Blackrock had good patience to finish it out wide in the corner.
Yep, the break was made, but as the tackle was made, she was on her back and just popped the ball up to the sporting player. And before the Belvedere defence could get across, the try was scored. Hannah O'Connor then, ball falls off the tee.
You're okay, reset.
In the old days now, you'd have had somebody charging out at that. Ball now set on the tee, and Hannah O'Connor looking for her first successful conversion. Not an easy one, out in the wing. Not a bad kick, had the height, just slipping past that left-hand post again. All three kicks now from Hannah. Gone past that left-hand post.
You can see there as well, the flags are starting to wave a bit more aggressively now in this half, so the wind must be picking up as well, so it certainly won't make the kicks any easier for either side.
Nice clear blue day now after those rain showers we had earlier on.
Definitely, it's a great day for rugby. It's dry, the wind isn't too strong, and like that there's no mad mucky weather where we can actually read jerseys in the box.
So Donnelly will get us restarted. Drop kick, allowed to bounce to the ground, and in fact finds its way to touch. That's an area of the game that Blackrock will look to improve in the future. Letting the ball bounce like that.
Right side than I do.
Yeah, I think Blackrock will be disappointed they didn't gather that and take it on and, you know, gain a few yards from it. It's still a Blackrock put in, but it's definitely going to have Belleville putting pressure on this one.
Long delay by the hooker, making sure the signal is exactly right, and that's a lovely driving ball.
You go here.
Over the back line, making sure they stay on side. Good tackle. If she'd got through that tackle, there was 50 yards of grass ahead of her. Just like that. Oh, that's a fine tackle by Alice O'Dowd. And Mullin again using the boot. Fiona Chu taking that and putting it back on the ground, and it's gone past Mullin. She has to retrieve it, which she has, and now she's looking for space down in the 22. Gets the ball to bounce a few times before Catherine Dane finally puts an end to the table tennis.
Yeah, some nice kicks from either side there, and great option from Catherine there, just realising we need to just reset here, get both players settled again, and just boot it out into touch.
Come on, ref, into the line out. How long, ref? Come on.
Okay, easy. I have here.
Finally, the signal makes it to the hooker. Onto the line out jump. Not straight.
Option.
Almost overcomplicated there. In fact, the girl who caught that one didn't even have to leave the ground.
I think it's a good option there from Belva as well to take the scrum. They've been strong in the scrum, and front row are doing well. They're holding their own. Ball's coming out nice and clean to Catherine, so it's nice getting a quick ball then out to Anya, who should play it wide into the backs.
With the winger dropping back for the kick, there's a bit of space here on the blind side. Referee not entirely happy with the set of the scrum.
Much more straight. Straight down the middle.
Right down the middle. That would be a novel thing for rugby these days.
It's definitely an area that's it's swayed slightly in recent years, all right.
Not quite reaching the ridiculous state that rugby league scrums are in, where it's put into the second row, but it's not far off either.
It's definitely going that way, right?
Referee having to blow the whistle there on a health and safety ground. Front rows all went down together.
Are we okay?
Difficult to apportion blame on that one, I think.
Yeah, I think the ground is a bit soft there, like we were saying earlier. It was a bit of rain just before kick-off, and I think it softened up the ground. And I think the boots are going to be heavy, and they'll probably ask to move the spot, and I'd say clean the boots a bit and get going again.
If she has a head, she's gone altogether. No. Sorry, physio. If you're a step, she's gone. She can't go back on.
It's for a neck though, not for a head.
Bit of debate now between the physio and the ref. The type of injury is all important here. If it's a head injury,
Talked about a head assessment. You've gone down that route.
and that's it. That's the end of Melissa Hayden's game. The referee has decided that anything to do with the head.
Time on.
Yeah, it's an area that's just, you just don't want to mess around with it, and in those situations I think what Belva were trying to say was that it was a neck, not a head, but I think just because it was anywhere that near that region, they kind of said, no, that's it, if she's off, she's off.
Well, I think the Belvedere physio mentioned the HIA, and that's what swayed the referee. If it's anything to do with the head, she's not to come back.
Yeah.
And quite rightly too.
I think the last
Safety of the players is the most important thing.
The last scrum, I think, landed on her.
Seeing the difference in the scrum. Catherine Dane just pushing it through on the ground. Maggie Boylan did a fine job there of picking that up, but she was forced into touch, and that's a throw-in now. She seems disappointed with that decision.
She was unlucky there. I think Catherine nearly got her, and then I think it was Ciara Dwyer who just got the final hit, and I think it was her shoulder just brushed the line when she was still in possession of the ball. So Judge was there to see it, and Judge called it. It's a great cover tackle from Ciara.
Clodagh Dunn passing on the line out call. Both sides taking their time over the lineouts. It's got to go to the front. And again, it's off a load of hands. Comes down on the Belvedere side. Swung out wide. Jenny Murphy taking it up to the halfway line where she gets dumped. But it comes out again. Blackrock back line is very well set in defence. And in fact, they've made 9 yards without the ball there. Catherine Dane puts up a nice kick just over the head of the winger, and the winger trouble gathering it. But she has done the most important thing, and that's retaining the ball, giving her teammates a chance to support her. Again, Blackrock running at the Belvedere line with purpose. Out half Mullin, kicking it long. It's been let bounce. Fiona Took has let that bounce, and it's given her all sorts of difficulties. The chase by Blackrock brings her down very quickly. And the ball has been stolen from Catherine Dane, and Blackrock is shipping it through the hands, and there are numbers. And they're in at the corner, and that's a fine try. Very well worked, kept the ball available, kept the ball, and eventually numbers told, and try right in the corner.
Yeah, it was good patience again from Blackrock. I'm not really sure what happened at the back of the scrum there where Catherine lost the ball. Blackrock were quick to react, and Belvedere were trying to get across to make the hits, make the tackles. Again, force them to score out wide, which is always better than under the posts. So it's just a case of reacting to this now and getting the heads up and getting down to the other end of the pitch and getting a few more points on the board for Belva.
So Blackrock pick up the bonus point for their 4th try. And that pretty much guarantees their place in the league final in a fortnight's time. A game you'll be able to watch with real commentators on TG Caha. 2 weeks' time from the Energia Park, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. It'll be in Energia Park. It'll be, like I was saying earlier, there'll be 3 matches, and it'll just be great to see a spectacle of women's rugby, and the other 2 matches will be shown on, I think there'll be deferred coverage on TG Car, and then as well there'll be the other matches shown on Irish TV, Irish Rugby TV.
And how is your Irish? Will you be able to commentate for TG Car?
It's very limited. I don't think I'd be there in any shape or form. We have a few girls now that would be able to, but it certainly won't be me in any shape or form.
Well, you and me both. I got an exemption in school, and I'm keeping it.
An exemption for life.
As long as I know which toilet to go into, which I must admit, when I first came to the country, was, well, I learnt the hard way, shall we say. The one with an M on it isn't for men. And the one for F, with F on it, isn't for females. Anya Donnelly will kick off.
She's off the ball, isn't she? Sorry, I didn't realise you were on there. I was like, hey!
This one shoots through on the ground, but it's taken on the first bounce and run back very effectively by the Blackrock player. Riley out to the forwards, into the open field. And again, Blackrock's ball retention has been excellent today. It's given them these opportunities, and an intercept. Dervla nil, intercepted with the pass away, and Gorman gets them within a couple of metres of the line. Oh, that's such a shame. The opportunistic nature of that play by Belvedere promised so much, but holding on to the ball had outstripped her support, and that's a shame. That was a good chance for Belvedere.
It was super. It was brilliant vision like that. Derv just took the opportunity, saw that there was a bit of a dog leg, took on the ball, took it up, 15, 20 yards, then had support there with Claire on her inside, got the offload away, and Claire then I think was almost too quick, and there was no one there to support it, but Blackrock were quick to get over that ball and get that penalty. But it was super play from Belvo. It's exactly what I want to see after Blackrock try.
Absolutely the best time to score. It's just after the other team have.
All over one step, Middle.
Match ball is halfway across the second team pitch. It could be a small delay. You don't get this with internationals.
Normally, we can sometimes try and get a ball boy or a ball girl down, but not today, unfortunately.
Well, other attractions are available.
Just one more step over, please. Just keep an eye on
Emma Hubin just making her way. She's recently been listed in the extended squad with Greg Williams in their screening camp for the Irish squad, and it's great to see so many girls been given the opportunity to represent Ireland, and it's great to see Greg also giving those opportunities to so many girls to really prove themselves.
Well, that's it. New head coach for the Irish ladies, Greg Williams, St Michael's lad. Ball goes across the back line. Fine tackle.
Good hit from Anya.
Donnelly dumping players to the ground. That was high. Just an arm just thrown out. It was unfortunate. It wasn't deliberate. It was a reflex.
Yeah, it was unfortunate from Niamh there. I think she just got caught slightly on the wrong foot, and like that the arm just went out and it made contact. So once it's a high contact, it'll be a penalty. So we'll take that and hopefully reset and put some pressure on the line out here.
Referee also playing a very sensitive game. None of these high tackles have been deliberate, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he's recognised that as such.
Great vision again there from Anya, just to be under the ball and give that nudge out.
Pushing that one down the line. Gives it as a Belvedere throw. Sure, it's great that it's still bright at this hour of the evening now.
It makes the world of a difference, all right, and should be okay. Shouldn't need the floodlights on today, hopefully.
Not with this clear blue sky anyway. Belvedere will be looking to put some pressure on this line out now. It's been quite a profitable area for them. But this time the Blackrock second row absolutely secures it. Line out called over, back line comes up to the offside line and maybe just a step beyond. that seems to be the difference between the two teams today.
Advantage shot, boys.
Blackrock, just as I say it, commentators curse, but Blackrock's ball retention has been very good today.
There's good intensity there again from Belvo. Just wanted to get that ball out wide. They knew they had a knock-on advantage, then worked it up to an offside advantage. The penalty here now, so.
Go, Jenny.
Taken into contact. Bill is beating the first three tacklers, carrying the next two with her for a couple of yards, but the ball's come out on the Blackrock side. And it's that ball retention that is costing Belvedere today. The ball opens up, the support players are there. Is she going to need them? No, she's not. Second row forward, scoring a try, having got the ball in her own half. Running 45, 50 metres to get in there. That gap just opened up, and one feels that a bit of tiredness is setting in with Belvedere now.
I think so, yeah. And I mean, that's Dorothy Wall. She's capped international and will be in the current Irish squad, I presume, in the upcoming series. And like that, she just shows her experience in the pitch and the explosiveness and the speed that she can carry a ball, and as well as the strength. I think they caught Belvo off guard, and they're trying to get back to make the hit, but unfortunately she just outpaced them there on that one.
And talking about the Women's Six Nations, Hayley, are you happy that it's now a standalone competition after the Men's Six Nations?
Yeah, I think it's definitely had its benefits. I think, there's around this time where you normally have three matches, the under-20s, the senior men and the senior women all playing in one weekend. It can be brilliant, and it keeps your weekends certainly full, but it's great to have it on its own where, like that, it's a standalone competition. It gets a bit more support. They've moved it across the three different locations as well, so there'll be one in RDS, there'll be one in Belfast, and there'll be one down in
Musgrave
Munster,
Park.
yeah, in Musgrave Park as well. So it's good to see them, and it means you just capture a bit more people.
Oh, Hannah O'Connor not having the best of luck. This time the right upright, seeing her foiled. So 25-5. Not a single kick landed as yet. But that was only by the width of a post. Yeah, I think the moving of the Women's Six Nations after the men's also means that the weather's going to be much better.
That's it. That always helps as well. And it just, there was a match, and it was one of the delayed matches that happened in November, and I remember it was hailstoning and it was miserable and it was everything in between, and just having it in that bit later will definitely bring a bit more sunshine and a bit better playing conditions.
I know that. As the kickoff comes back at Belvedere again.
There's a substitution made there. I think Claire Gorman's off. I think Vanessa Holland's on and on the wing.
Oh, another burst through the middle. Another one with 50 yards to go, but that's a fine tackle by Fiona Toot, just delaying her enough, let her teammates get back. But is the line set as the ball goes back across? Oh, fine dummy from the second row forward, but she's taken the ground. Coming down the blind side again.
From Catherine Dane there as well, and like that, Fiona just making their hits, making their tackles, doing what they can to just stop Blackrock, slow them down.
Referee saying that was fine, the ball was out, fine tackle. Clodagh making a fine tackle there.
I think unfortunately it was a steam tie there.
Just slipping up onto the shoulder. Again, the referee realising that no intent there.
Yeah, I think he's saying that it started low and slipped up, but still, again, once it's contacted, it'll be a penalty.
Ball is swept wide to the open side, and one feels that there might be numbers out here now. Cutting through the line, right in under the posts, and that's a sixth try for Blackrock. This is turning into a comprehensive victory for the league leaders. This has guaranteed their spot now in the league final. And any news from Limerick on?
I think Railway won it. I think it was, I had it up here earlier. 31-14, I think it was. 14-31 to Railway was the final score there. So
now we know the finalists for the league final.
Yeah.
30 points to 5.
Looks like it, all right. So, I mean, even if we can get a few more scores here, build the confidence for the girls, the Belleville girls, I think it'll do them the world of good. They just need to not drop the heads and just keep going. They're playing fantastic rugby, and I think there is a bit of fatigue setting in. But if you can just shake that off, get that last bit of adrenaline going, there's 15 minutes left, and hopefully they can find a bit more in the tank.
Finally, the touch judges get to lift their flags for a conversion. Hannah O'Connor will be happier now. She's put one over. Extends the lead to 32-5. And it hasn't been a 32-5 game.
No, I don't think so. I really don't. And I think, you know, the scoreline doesn't reflect it at all. Belleville have been putting in some serious hits, serious yards, serious defensive work. You know, and the kicks across the game as well. It's just, you know, it can be frustrating in games like this, especially when the scoreline doesn't reflect it. I think it's been, you know, even the contests, the scrums, the rucks, the breakdowns, Belleville have been there. They've been competing all of them. They've been winning numerous ones as well. And, you know, I really hope they can get a few more scores here because they certainly deserve them.
Ollie Donnelly on the kick. Caught by the first line of defence. Blackrock re-employing the tactic that's been so successful. Running straight at the line, at pace. And then Mullen with the boot. Trusty left peg has worked today. Fiona Chook tackled by the first line of chasers. But Belvedere have the ball. Cloder Dunn now taking it up into contact, but it's been stolen again by Blackrock. Mullen goes left. Winger goes round. One goes round, two, tiptoes away down the touchline, and she's in. Super work.
That was great pace on the outside there, and Mullen has been around the pitch all day, and she's been stealing balls, kicking balls. You know, she's had a fantastic game. And to give that ball outside, I think Belvoir were unfortunate there, the two tackles, and then like that, she just had the pace to burn on the outside and just dotted it down.
Great to see her tiptoeing down the touchline there, very aware of where the line was.
Definitely.
And a fine try for Blackrock. And Belvedere defence now starting to tire. Still 14 minutes to go. Biggest score by a side in this top four section so far has been 41. And that's what Blackrock will be hunting down now. Another kick slides across the post, different kicker.
I think that's Jackie Shields on there now. She's ex-international with Ireland, so she take over kicking duties there. But again, I think it's not ideal conditions for kicking for anyone, so no surprise really on that one.
Kick coming off the side of her foot, taken very quickly, handed on by Blackrock. The ball going to ground, just short of the halfway line. And again, the ball retention has been superb by Blackrock. Good hands. Getting to ground. Aileen Riley, her pass is missed by a few. But no loss of possession, and Mullen puts the ball down. Well taken. Running it back at Blackrock, and was just one missed tackle away from hitting open ground. Taking it up into contact again. Going very wide.
Yes, Jenny!
They've created the space on the outside. Oh, that's a great tackle.
Get with it, lads!
Yeah, Vanessa's speed to burn, so if she was let loose in that open space, she would have been a goner. It was a great cover tackle there, Blackrock.
Ball going backwards there. Cloder Dunn. Oh, that's a handoff and a half. Oh, you'd love to see that. And that's brilliant. And she's put her through, and she's clear. But what a great covering tackle. Now this is sort of play where Belvedere really need the ball and need it quickly. They come down the blind side again. Toots taking it back into contact. Is it still there? It is. Driving straight through them all. Pod system again. Players spreading out, going wide. Hoping to pull the defence wide and make that defensive line just a little bit thinner. And the ball has been lost and Blackrock have come away with it. She looks to distribute and when it passes on, she goes to ground. And that's a fine kick down the field. It hits grass, bounces up nicely. Oh, that could have gone either way. Again, a missed tackle, putting pressure on the Blackrock defence again. Belvedere defence again. Great double tackle.
That's it, Jenny!
Ball comes back. And again, kicks to the open spaces on the far side. This could just be a chase through. Picks it up superbly well on the run. Gets it out to Donnelly. Donnelly caught. Referee blowing a bit, I think, in his mic there. And it's come out nicely for Belvedere. Just a tap tackle. The fringe of that ruck was very well defended. No way through there. Dane comes out. And that's a lovely kick to clear her lines. Brings play right out up to the 10-yard line.
You're taking in front of the mark. Must be behind. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so you can see Blackrock trying to take the quick line out there. Referee was on the ball and noticed that it was going to be in front of the mark, so brought it back for the line out. Good pace plays there from both teams. I think the handoff from Clodagh Dunn there was fantastic with the offload then to Derv, and the scramble back defence from Blackrock was fantastic. And in that kick through again, Vanessa's speed was pivotal on that one. You know, she made it, got that pick up as well, and those bobbling balls can be a nightmare to deal with on the ground. And she managed to gather it, offload to Anya. And again, then managed to get back again for the support to Anya too. So it's been a show where the fresh legs are really now making a difference for both sides.
He's covering back to the 22. She was under hot pursuit, but managed to scoop up the ball without the need to go to ground. And that gave her that little bit of time that she needed to get the ball off to Anya Donnelly.
All good?
Physio on again.
Just one step off the white line. Time is on.
Time back on as we head into the last 8 minutes. Bit of huffing and puffing going on out the middle now. Ball goes too high, but picked up by Blackrock anyway. Right into the middle of the field. Riley out. Mullen has it. Distributes. Goes out again. And the winger. Super tackle of the fullback. Did she do too much? Should she have looked? Oh, that's great support running by the scrum half. And that's going to see her into touchdown.
It was a good finish, and Fiona had made a great hit there, and again Vanessa was chasing down her tail, using her speed once again, the fresh legs, and Fiona was there to make the hit. Fiona's been superb in full back today. She's cleaned up everything, she's read the ball really, really well, has been carrying superbly, making great hits as well. So I think that one there, she did what she could on that, and then it was like that, this superb support work from Blackrock and a lovely offload, and Blackrock were able to start it down once again.
Yeah, Blackrock have played very well today. You can see why they're top of the AIL. Now having booked their place in the final, they'll be looking to extend this lead again. heavy breathing you hear, I suspect is the ref, who's been quite busy running up and down. Conversion goes in. And that takes the score on to 44. Just while we have a break in play, we'd like to thank everybody who has tuned in today. We hope you enjoyed the spectacle on offer here. Even if it hasn't perhaps gone Belvedere's way.
I think we should be here again next week anyway, doing the elbows game as far as I'm aware.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be here.
We'll be here next week again for what will be the last game for Belvedere.
For those in a break in the Six Nations, if they need their rugby fix, this is where they can tune in.
Catherine Dane,
yeah,
doing exactly the right thing as a scrum half should.
Yeah.
Covering in behind.
And she's again has been superb today as well, and her and Elaine Anthony both been involved in the Irish extended screening squad, and it's super again to see the girls involved and just getting the opportunities and chances and getting the faces out there. And then you've got the Leinster, any of the Interpro competitions are, their squads are being kind of picked and selected at the moment. So all these games are pivotal, and it's great to see it all being taken to another level now with the like Tanya now coming in as Leinster head coach, and she's bringing another new element and great experience into the game too.
It's great to see how many people are remaining in the game when they stop playing themselves.
That's it, and it's something they've really been focusing on, is just retaining women in any capacity, whether they're retired because of injury and getting them down coaching, or retired just because of work duties, having family, kids, whatever it is, just trying to retain them in any sort of shape or form that they can, whether it's coaching, refereeing, managing positions, whatever it is, just getting involved in the club. It's just so important to have female figures there and have them as faces of the club,
Not forward off the top of the line,
I can only talk about it with any authority about the cricket side of things, and certainly I'm well aware that when the women's section is strong, the club is strong.
That's it. And it just brings another depth to any sort of a club, and it gives another aspect to the whole game completely. And it's just brilliant to see, and the amount of girls who I would have played with back in my playing days, and seeing them involved in whether it is that coaching or they're still playing themselves or they're involved in the background of stuff, and it takes a village to run a team like this, so it's great to see so many people stay involved.
Of course, the irony being that both clubs were born out of two boys-only schools.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it's never easy, but it's always worthwhile them, like that when we start getting a few wins under our belts, like our twos, they're doing fantastically in Division 2 in the Leinster League, and and even the amount of girls that we've got down training week in, week out is a testament to everybody who's doing work behind the scenes. And like I said, it hasn't been easy, so it's just been fantastic to see the reward. And seeing the underage girls too coming down. They started with 4 or 5 girls, and now they, on a Tuesday evening, you've got 20, 30 girls running around enjoying themselves, and that's the main thing at that age, just to get out and enjoy it.
That's the reason we do any of this, isn't it? And we're meant to enjoy it. Tough scrum. Jenny Murphy given an awkward ball, but she's done so well to run 30 yards and make one. Gets to ground, ball retained. Good run. Barreling run. Ball goes to ground. Down the blind side. Oh, it nearly intercepted by Blackrock. Blackrock almost strangling Belvedere here. Each player hitting the ground. They're hitting the ground hard. No quick ball coming back. Oh.
Yeah, they haven't let their foot off the gas whatsoever, Blackrock. They're hitting every ruck with the same intensity as they were in the first minute, and hitting every tackle. And same with Belvo, and I think it's just a case now that the Belvo are just trying to clear their lines, and Blackrock are just putting the pressure on, and it's just it's like that. I think that was a great clearance there, and Belvo will have the line out here, and they just want to get a few yards on it.
Well, the Blackrock player fumbled it into touch, and the referee's given the knock on.
Yeah, they'll give them the option of whether they want the line out or the knock on, so they'll come back in for the knock on scrum. And I think that again, that's the right idea. Belvo's pack has been solid in the scrum, so have a nice quick ball back out and spread it wide and see what can be done.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Steady!
I think that's the first penalty on the scrum that we've seen.
It is, yeah. I don't think there has been any free kicks either, so there have been really good contests in the scrums. They're both just looking to get a push on and get a shove on and get a push back on them. So the fact that we're at the 79th minute here and that's the first penalty in the scrum is a testament to both teams.
And also a testament to the referee that he's kept a firm hand on that and managed it really well.
Yeah, totally agree. And that's it. Once you can get it on, get it right from the get-go, then it's it stands.
So Belvedere's last chance now to get another score. Line out just inside the 10-metre line.
80 minutes gone on the clock there, so I think it's down to the referee's time now as to whether time is up or not.
I think there's a few minutes that the referee called time off.
Yeah, I think so.
So Belvedere do have, that's a lovely take in the line out by Elaine Anthony. It comes out to Jenny Murphy in the centre, and she is barrelling away up the middle. Finally, legs slip, and she goes to ground. Ball comes back quickly. O'Dowd takes it up. Comes down again. Oh, the pass has gone behind. Shipped on. And again, taken down.
Come back for a penalty for offside there, I think it was, and it's great to see that they still have so much hunger and still so much drive in them. So it's I'd love to see them get over now for another score because they certainly do deserve it.
That's 2 quick penalties in a row there now. High tackle.
Old age.
The lightest of touches from the physio, and the Blackrock player makes it back. Well, they're going to run it from here. Blackrock line well set. Everyone picking out their player. Down to ground, and again, another yard made. First receiver. Jenny Murphy getting the ball out. Oh, just slipped away.
Ball's gone forward.
And the referee calls an end to the proceedings. And that's a fine win by the table-topping, unbeaten Blackrock College. Philip Doyle and his charges will be delighted with that. They've booked their place in the Energia Park for the league final in 2 weeks' time. And Belvedere slipped to their 4th defeat in a row.
Yeah, it was unlucky there, and like that they had gutso in them. They had a strong performance. They're missing a lot of key girls as well, and that's never easy. Coming on and playing on a pitch with a few girls missing that you're used to having there, and they really didn't give up. They didn't take the foot off the gas at all, and it was you couldn't ask for more from them really. They're making hits left, right, and centre, hitting those rucks, securing that ball, retaining the ball as much as they can, and you just got to give hats off to Blackrock and for stepping it up another level, and best of luck to them in the rest of the league.
They'll take some beating in their next game and in the final. Whereas, Belvedere have a game next week against UL?
Yeah, UL Bows will have be the final of the pool stages, and then like we're saying, it'll be the first and second playoff and third and fourth playoff in Energia then the following week.
Well, that's a fine day's work then for Blackrock. And they'll move on and out. So we'll say thank you to our viewers, both of them, as the teams leave the pitch. Well, in fact, they don't leave the pitch. They go off and do a warm down now.
Of course.
That's the professionalism of it now. Certainly in my day, it was how quickly you could get to the hot shower. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us all. Hayley, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next Saturday for a 3 o'clock kickoff again.
I think 3 o'clock, yeah, that'll probably be where it'll be set. Or could be pushed actually back to 5 o'clock now, but it'll be confirmed all on social medias and the likes.
It'll be confirmed on social media. And just remember that next weekend you've got no Six Nations to distract you. So we'd like to see a bigger crowd as possible for Belvedere's last home game of the season.
That's it, the last home game of the first anyway. The twos will have plenty more rugby to play, but
Yeah, why aren't we covering the twos? And I'm sure the twos are saying the same thing. Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week.